I was referring to the fear that something is lurking in the darkness. Something strange, brutish, and ill-intentioned.
Again, that sounds much like my cousin
Episode 5
Pavel.
so far, guys, so we should be able to get the game done today, because everything is that long. I think we're halfway through the game. Okay, and now we just got to jump across there. We just got to get onto this bubble over here then, guys, and go up. Oh, we have to jump further, do we? Let's try this one more time then. I see, do it. Okay, get it. Let's see the bubble to this side. That's pretty cool. I like the bubble system in this game. Woo! It's like we're in space jumping in water. It's quite funny. What creature's going to attack us this time? I saw there was like a big electric eel chasing us in this game. So is that the actual creature that chases us this time? We had T-Rex in the first one. The weird sort of trail people in the second and third level, and then we had the snowball chase in the fourth level. Oh, cool jellyfish. I thought they were enemies noticed in the background, but they look really cool with scenery. Let's keep going. Wait, okay. I just love you can jump so high in this level. It's like you're in space, actually hovering in space a lot of the time. So, what we got here?
Hunted.
That is
there was
really
no
cool
doubt
how
about
they
it,
did the
and
water
escape was all I could think about.
Naturally.
That
The water level
and
was my favourite so
duty.
far for the actual
Duty?
scenery.
Yes, General. After all, I had a bomb to recover from that villain Toll.
How clever of you to remember that.
So we gotta go up here. I guess the higher you can. Go higher and higher. We survived. I went too early. Big matrix jump. I'm way on it. Oh, that's that electric eel or whatever it is, that creature running around this place. Whoop, one more jump for man. Well, I don't know if I underjumped or that's actually planned that way, but yeah, I nearly fell off then. Woo.
But first, there was the issue of escape. Escape from a dreadful, grasping creature that consumed all it could reach, dragging anything that wandered within its clutches to a miserable doom. A hoarder of useless trophies and stolen goods.
Once again,
Oh,
Tavarish, I suspect...
I thought we could jump that, we got to be a bit closer. Okay, that's alright, that's what I had to do. I was just a bit too close to the electric then. Well, I don't really know, they're like electric plants. Time to go further, boys, into the deep sea. We're going deep to each cave. We go to the dark cave. I wonder how it's going to chase us down there. Is it going to be like a run scene, I'm guessing? Wouldn't surprise me if it was. I feel like jumping's way faster in this level.
I was like a mouse, General. A little mouse being toyed with by a terrible cat.
Rather a wet mouse.
I was like
This
a
is like a
little
Tom and Jerry
underwater
Disney,
mouse.
basically.
Being stalked by a giant rubbery electrical cat with 8 tentacles.
Exactly, General.
Good, I'm glad we cleared that up. You may continue.
Oh, these are actually in the background this time, okay. Oh, try to land this safely. Yeah, we did it there. Good. Going up. Oh. It's bubble time. And then we just got to break the shell open. We were being watched. Don't know if that was a glitch or meant to happen that way, but yeah, it worked. Oh, all these landmines we'll get through.
Submarines. You didn't mention submarines before.
Didn't I? Why? No, Naverne, General. Of course, submarines. Millions of them. Several, at least.
They've all been abandoned because they've been shipwrecked down here.
Any particular submarines? Did you see names? Numbers?
General, have you lost a submarine?
I am not at liberty to answer that question, as you well know.
Well, General,
By law,
losing
we
one's
cannot
car
say
in
we
a
lost me
snowstorm is
from
unfortunate, as you say. But to lose a whole submarine, that could be considered careless.
We should be safe here for now, because that thing won't be able to go low enough it will hit on landmines. So we're on our first boat then, level guys.
And you are certain it was M. Deveschi Pidishat.
Well, that was painted on the hull, so I can only assume so.
I think I know where this dismal story is going next. You somehow miraculously brought the remaining closed cycle engine online, flooded the torpedo tubes, dispatched the Kraken with one shot, and triumphantly surfaced.
No, General, that is not what happened at all. I did indeed make my way to the torpedo tubes, but for a very different purpose. After all, history has taught us that atomic power is not to be toyed with.
Much like tired, impatient generals, perhaps.
Atomic power is very dangerous.
Particularly
fuel
the
in any
perplexed
method.
ones.
Indeed, General. Or like dogs that will eat no cheese.
Oh, we're indoors now. Good. We can take this scuba diving helmet off. Oh, pull lever. Oh, rocket rank is dealing for us. Let's run! That tentacle is really scary. I finally got sliding down actually handle, that's pretty good. Finally the control. Let's keep going guys, run for this submarine for safety. We've got ourselves a little... we found a torpedo?
Will our determined
Oh, we're at the
yet
end of it now, okay, I was literally at the end of the level.
end his days as socialist sushi? Will his daring exploits be cut tragically short by vengeful calamari? Will the general's wife ever forgive him for missing Ruslan and Lyudmila? And just how many
No,
eggs
you're
did
not
Pavel
ridiculous.
steal, and where did he keep them? All of these questions and more may or may not be answered in the next exciting episode of Little Orpheus!
The electric cat and a rat. Next episode then, we are currently now going into the Bells of Lemuria.
I was alive,
What?
General.
Going out to the
Somehow,
desert?
miraculously, I was alive. Some twist of
Oh,
fate,
God, where are
some
we now?
hand of destiny, but I was alive.
In a hot desert. With no,
Strange
no
as
food
this
and
new
water.
world was, I knew Toll must have come this way, and it was my task to find him. And it happened like this.
Chinese Room presents. We don't see those parts yet. Now we're in. We come from the ice world to underwater to a desert now,
The
guys.
sun beat down on me relentlessly. The heat was unbearable. I was exhausted. Yet I could not stop. I had to go on. For 7 weeks I trudged across the desert. On the second
Oh, it's
day,
just
Please,
literally
comrade,
a
if we
time
may.
lapse.
I think
Okay.
we can skip the details, unless you consider them to be particularly relevant to the location of Little Orpheus.
Of course, General. We will simply omit the tale of the singing chasm, the oasis of mirrors, the sightings of Toll's
Must be
men
exhausted by
aloft on
now.
their pterodactyls carrying parts of my crashed rocket drill over the horizon to Lemuria.
Wait, the what?
Singing chasm?
Not that, but the rocket drill.
Oh yes, General, the rocket drill. But what did Toll want with it? And why Lemuria?
Lemuria.
Lemuria, General.
I am not familiar with this Lemuria, comrade.
Moria.
Well, that is because it does not exist, General. Or at least, so I thought.
We dead then, or was it just actually meant to happen that way? Ah, okay, we're right. Where are we now then? Oh, middle of a sandstorm now. That's interesting. Let's see what it leads to. Oh, some sort of lost sea. What's this, a bow is there in? Oh, like it's reminds me of Prince of Persia, this sort of thing. There's a ring about it, like reforms things back into the past. Probably got like a time limit though. Okay, come on, get at top, get at top. No, I didn't run to jump in time. Going higher and higher. Let's keep going.
Those strange crystals seem to exert an extraordinary hold over the stone blocks and arches. When they hummed, the whole city remade itself. Where they were missing, clearly looted by some villainous thief, the city was fallen to ruin.
Like Aladdin sort of world, or Prince of Persia,
a vast
Arabian area,
instrument, vandalized,
Arabian Nights,
and yet still attempting to toot.
Ooh, cool crystals. You got another bow to pull to fix this broken city back together.
How poetic. I am sure our engineers would be fascinated and baffled in equal measure if the whole department hadn't been arrested for sedition last week. I would happily convey it to their skeptical ear.
Really?
How poetic.
That was quick.
I am sure our engineers would be fascinated and baffled in equal measure if the whole department hadn't been arrested for sedition last week. I would happily convey it to their
Oh, okay, no, that
I am sure our engineers
I'm trying to think, do I have to run under it now? To wait for it to go.
In equal measure. If the whole department hadn't been arrested for sedition last week, I would happily convey it to their skeptical ears.
Sedition, General? Really? It is unfortunate news indeed.
I am joking, comrade.
Give it a second, it drops every second ago. Run. That's what you got to do then, I get it. Pterodactyls in this place? So dinosaurs will come here as well? Oh, we got dodged dinosaurs now as well here in this sort of Arabian place. Ah, these creatures again. If we get spotted by light, we die. Oh no. How do I... No, I can't do that route. Oh, I get it. Is there something we can pull? Oh dear. I see. Yeah, I got it. We have this over here to go into. I was like, how do I go from there? Pull the lever. Oh, I see what it does. I get it. I've got a 5-second window to run across. I was lucky. That's pretty cool, the battle system. It's like adding like mechanisms to follow through your time your runs and jumps.
Yes, the men for here, all right. Which meant whatever dastardly scheme Toll had, it was to be enacted on these burning sands.
And you will explain this in due course, I imagine.
Imminently, General. What you need to know first is this. I have told you already how parts of the devices the enslaved Mienk were forced to wear came from the surface.
Radio parts and so on, yes, from what you have told me. Assuming there were plenty of lost ships in the ocean as you claim, for Toll to have dredged up what he needed to assemble them.
Aha, good. You are one step ahead of me, General.
I said assuming.
Of course, assuming.
He's assuming he believes what we're telling him is correct.
Now, as I gazed in awe at the buildings rising and falling around me, I realized that the other major component of those mind-controlling helmets
Oh, good luck,
was
good
crystal.
dodging here.
Toll had raided Lemuria for them.
Oh,
He
guess
knew
what?
the
I've died
city.
there.
He
Now we've
knew
got
the
to go
crystals could
time
amplify
this
vibrations
perfectly.
and waves, and was using them to boost the signal of the radio parts to exert his control over the nymph. Which meant...
You gotta stop this guy before he goes too far. Next one down, good, yeah. Gotta be quick, gotta be quick. That's it, we got through there just.
Imagine
Got a rope to climb
what
now.
such amplification could achieve when fused to the finest atomic
Oh, okay, I
science
see what I do
our
here.
great Soviet civilization has produced.
Wait. I do not understand. You
These
said
bridges are really
Thor
cool. I
was
just love
planning
the
on using
background
the
and
bomb
scenery
to
thing,
shatter
just so-
the Earth's crust to return to
I
the
know
surface.
it was a side scroll, but the way they designed it, the 3D platformer, is so
Recognized the extent
amazing.
of his mad ambitions.
You mean to imply Toll would have attempted to enslave the Russian people? Pah! The will of the Soviet citizen is mighty and strong.
To you, perhaps, as a trained warrior, but consider, perhaps instead, a humble son of a toy maker from Tomsk.
Ah, yes. Perhaps we have our share of simpletons, after all.
Okay, so we got another of those guys. What? I didn't think it was tiny then. So if he washes over this side, I can run over here. Right, be cheeky and get over here for a second, and then run over to here to pull the bow. The bow switch. Oh, now that opens up. Now I've got to go backwards myself. I made it just, and now I can go here. I made it good. Those enemies are so annoying, those ones with the blue lights, you got to figure out. Oh, the bridge collapsed in this, guys. Where you got to figure out other platforms, because when it started you just ran past them, but now it's getting a bit trickier.
The vast pictograms told of a history of wonders.
A very historical clock.
They seem to suggest the Lemurians were travelers from another world, where a mysterious clock seemed to stand.
That is very mysterious. As mysterious as the
I think you might be
location
clocked
of
on there,
little
boy.
Orpheus. Perhaps.
Ah, yes, of course, General. I am just getting to that.
Let's keep going. Got another of these guys then. Have I got to jump up this? I see what I do. Oh, didn't work out as I thought it was going to do. That's it, you jump up this. What's this power do then? Oh, I see. It's a it goes up and down now. So now I can go up now I can go up those platforms. Whoop. I missed time to jump there. Got to time it for upper platform. Let's try again. How can I get that one there? Need to time this. Get closer to the edge. That's it. Now I got the platform in there. Now I've got time right there for that little bell section. That was pretty easy actually. I thought those blue lights would be more tricky to avoid.
As I bravely explored
It's like
that
medieval
ancient
like that
city,
clock thing, because
a
that's similar to like a
question
medieval,
was gnawing at my mind.
but more sideways.
What did it mean that the Lemurians had foreseen the coming of Tol? And who was the man from above that was celebrated as the savior of the Menkf?
So we're in the
Almost
temple
as
of
if they
God.
could read the future in their crystals.
We're a man amongst immortals. Okay, so far so good. Get on out of this place. What else is around here? It could be tricky. We've got dinosaurs and monsters that can kill you with a look just by staring at you. What else could be at worst around
Bells
here?
of Lemuria
T-Rex comes out.
tolled and tolled, a roaring symphony, a crescendo
Ooh,
of
there's
peals
pterodactyl.
that set the city dancing, each note causing the crystals to shimmer and cascade with light. But the sandstorm was no natural phenomenon, and the bells did not ring
like
for
more is like
celebration.
linked to time.
Something was very wrong here.
Aside from the pterodactyls,
There's
the
a lot of
myth,
pterodactyls around
dancing
here.
stones, and the ancient magical prophecies, and the crystals
Ooh,
are now
that's
the
about right.
giant
I'll
bells.
probably press
you mean.
circle then. I realised X once is the actual
Don't
time
want me to
reaction.
continue, General, then I can easily just quietly go home.
Don't think Chepucha will get you out of this one, comrade.
Circle it is, circle this time. I just wait for the last second, a button pops up. Our next one is X again. Oh, got through that time. Where are we now? Oh, well, watch out for the bows now. They're actually rolling around. Oh, okay, I see how to do it. I gotta wait for that crack to go under. Nope. Unless I just gotta be quick. Give it a second go round. Go! Oh, can't get past the part. I've got to time it so that crack rolls my way. Okay. About here, I think it is. Oh, I see. I get it. These debris markers are where they probably save me. Yeah, that's it. Okay, understand it now. Here's the next one. That's a big crystal. Let's keep running through this place.
I raced through those magical structures, a righteous fire in my heart. Now he's like Dobrynya Nikitsch, prepared to strike at the dragon who threatened my homeland.
Your heroism is
That
only
was a close one,
surpassed by your
Pterodactyl,
modesty.
that.
On the contrary, General, I chose Dobrynya carefully. Like him, I am a simple peasant.
What else is around here?
It's
Must be
fate
trying to kill
that
me.
chose me to descend to the Earth's core.
It was General Komanyin who chose you to descend to the Earth's core. But don't let that get in the way of your story.
Oh, well then, award General Polkovnik Kamanyin the highest medal in the world.
He already has several of those.
I cannot take credit for his wisdom in sending me.
Okay, next rope stringer section now. Go! Tarzan. Yeah, he does a Tarzan mode. Ooh, it's getting tricky now. This place is getting really scary. This pterodactyls really want to eat us for dinner. Oh, way too early, way too early. Oh, look, I press X2. Take 2 on that little section there. That's when it's, you get the highest point possible. We've got to the big temple now then. Wonder what happening when we get to the actual temple itself. Where the bell's going off crazy. Or crystal, whether it's the causing this effect.
What was once a rocket drill ship, built to burrow into the Earth, was now a mighty vessel, repurposed to blast off into the skies.
Oh, space rocket. Oh, these ones actually break apart. Okay, got to be careful. You've got like 5 seconds on these little platforms for each part. I got this. Let's get to the top of this rocket, guys. Must be converted into some sort of spiral effect.
There was no doubt that Toll was headed for
the
the strange world with its clock. Although to what end, I was yet to understand. But there was no time to consider. No time for questions.
Yeah, we can't really question what's real and not real in our head now because we can be seeing things that are crazy. Imagine he just wakes up from a dream after all this, guys. It's all a dream.
Toll was on the rocket. Little Orpheus was on the rocket. And wherever they were headed,
rocket.
I must head there too, to thwart his plans, recover my drill, and save the world!
Next episode of Little Orpheus.
Will our enthusiastic yet disorientated hero be burnt to a cinder by the rocket's engines? Will he be smashed into the rock that surely must be beyond the Lemurian skies? Does Nikolai Petrovich Kamanyin really need any more medals? What was the strange clock?
Will he survive
What
the
could it
space
all mean?
danger?
All of these questions and more will be answered, if you're extremely lucky, in the next exciting episode of Little Orpheus!
Little Orpheus. Now we're in Metagalactic base. What have we got left? 1, 2. Oh, 3 levels left. We're on episode 7, guys. Whoop whoop. We're in space, man. We're actually in space. What is that? That a satellite? No, it's a rocket. There's actually another astronaut in space found us. Oh, is that dog?
Laika.
That you keep saying you could buy. You can pay like money to get this character.
Raving mad?
It was like I am sure of it. That spirited little dog saved me.
It's the first
Like
dog in
safety
space,
her
guys.
little space machine.
I believe the correct term is capsule, General.
Don't push your luck any further, Ivan Ivanovich. I fear it might snap.
Oh, my apologies, General. In my excitement
apologies,
to explain what I
don't
discovered on
stand
the
back.
far side of the Metagalacticus Interiorus, I got carried away. And it
took us to
happened
the
like
moon.
this.
A rocky moon. It's the center of the Earth.
The source of all creation, General. A place where time flowed like rivers, and boulders of raw matter rained like comets upon the cratered
Meteor
rock.
shower.
Another miraculous escape from death. Another happy accident.
It was no accident, General. Laika took me there entirely deliberately. I'm sure of that.
It was like it
She
was
continues
destiny.
to be a heroine and a savior and protector of our
my
great nation.
destiny. You are my one and only. Thank you, good dogs, astronaut. Okay. What's back here? Oh,
Laika died in orbit.
the jumping is even
she
higher
did
in this,
not.
but we are in
She's
space
very
now.
much alive and happy, and currently living several miles below our feet.
Laika is dead, Ivan.
She most certainly is not, General.
This is the real world, Tavarish. A world where you did
This
not
is my
go
real
to
world.
the center of the
I've
Earth,
been into
and
space
Laika
and now
died
I'm in.
orbit.
I've
In
been
my
to the
world, General, Laika
Arabian
is still
Nights.
alive.
I've been to multiple time periods
A better world,
in one day.
some may argue. Very well. I will live in your world for a while longer, but time is running out.
Ah, yes, time.
How much
General.
patience do you reckon you have
I
left,
was
guys,
just
with
coming
us
to that.
and our potential
There in the
imagination?
distance it stood, enveloped in a mighty time storm. The world clock, General. The beating heart of all history. The axis mundi, the pillar of the world.
Not
Cool.
enough to conquer Russia by drilling back to the surface with his magical mind-controlling atomic radio set then.
No, General.
Man
You
controlling
see,
all his power.
What if he could fuse
Like a
little
London
Orpheus
clock tower
directly
design.
with the world clock? Then his message would radiate with every tick and every tock. He would not simply be the Tsar.
tick-tock.
He would be the Tsar of all time. The eternal
He'll be a
tyrant.
time wizard.
The literal incarnation of everything our glorious revolution stood to overthrow.
Oh, what happened there? My eyes it blinded me.
Sonikiv!
Uncanny, General. But it was somehow different. I felt no cold. The waves were motionless. Indeed, it was as if I had stepped free of those rivers of time and stood on entirely motionless ground. And there in the distance,
What?
debris from Sarya and tall slave mines had washed up here. Almost as if I
The
were
weird
meant
sort
to
of time zone. You're
and
going to run the
there,
clock tower.
amongst it, the winking of steel led me to a blast
Shiny item.
and a plan began to form.
What did we just pick up? A meteor shower. Oh no, the time meteor. You gotta keep running.
The terrain was ferocious. Explosive eruptions of fire and heat. Thunderous emissions and lethal gases.
Much like your cousin Pavel, perhaps, as a result of consuming all of those stolen eggs.
Ah, General, you have been listening after all.
The timer jumps. Oh, he dodged the steam. Well, I was lucky. Slow motion is really cool on this level. Slow motion. Ooh, ouch. This meteor shower is intense. Oh, lucky that was. I just jumped last second just as a precaution. Looks like I didn't jump too early. Yeah, because it could have been a little cliff edge like here. We've got away from the meteors for now. We're in the underground for a bit. Let's keep going. Let me jumps are getting really intense now. Really getting close to that clock tower now. You can see it in this good distance now. The white light, it blinds me.
Agartha again. But why?
You are stalling, comrade. The clock is ticking.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Of course. In a flash of inspiration, I understood. It was all wrong, you see, General.
That we can agree on.
We should never have gone to the center, because
are we
without
closer
little
to the clock
Orpheus,
every time?
Toll
'Cause
could not
the
have become the
platform was
tyrant
getting
he had.
interesting.
The rocket drill was his means to reach the world clock, but it was little
world
Orpheus
clock.
that enabled him.
What is that?
And
Is that
the
that
time,
madman or is that some
time
weird creature?
itself,
Yeah.
the world clock itself, was determined to make matters right.
With a little help from you, of course.
clock was
Merely a
given a
simple
hint,
pawn in a
General.
game played upon a cosmic scale, General. But a pawn who understood that he was being given a second chance.
Oh, no.
To grab a chunk of the
Oh.
explosive
Never mind, let's start
resin
again.
that
Didn't realise
wondrous
I
city
fouled
was
then.
built upon.
One more. Oh no. Get a bit closer to the edge. That's it. Better now. That's it. Got the jump in this time right. There it is. There's that piece of clock we need to get to. There's a little piece of clock we're collecting. Look at these weird purple crystals. Let's keep going.
And I was back. The mighty river of time roared past me, carrying the weight of the whole of history with it.
Even for you, this
We're
is
getting
a
all this
stretch.
knowledge.
Our time is almost up. I have to submit my report within the hour.
Time, General. Time was nearly up indeed. That ancient and magical river that carried me along was surely moving inevitably
Ooh.
towards some
Oh, we
kind
jumped
of...
right there. Apparently I was just a bit short. Oh, we jumped it. Yeah, gotta get timing right. This jump then. It's like a clock, toy clock there. You turn the cog and it starts to makes things working. I think we made it this time. It's slightly turning. Whoa. Those platforms drop when you get closer. Tick tock, tick tock. Oh, what do I do there? Oh, I see. There's a little platform below there. This platform moves forward. I get it. I was like, where do I go from this point? It's like a little rock surfboard. Guess we go trigger an event in a second. Joystick just in time, the big steam attack.
Enough. No more Privalov. No more stories. No more lost worlds.
We are making it now. I've got to jump on this
I'm full
thing,
of it.
trying to
It is
time the
nearly
drop.
midnight, and you have not given me the adequate explanation for the whereabouts of little Orpheus and the atomic bomb.
But, General,
I will get to
am
it, General.
about
We're nearly there.
to tell you what happened when I finally caught up with the villain Toll.
I do not care, Tavarish. I simply do not care. You have worn me down, and it is time to call a halt to this. I bear you no malice, comrade. In many ways, I admire you, but time is running out!
Yes, General, yes. Time. Time. Because it was time itself that suddenly appeared to be on my side.
The clock was trying to give us hints, General. It wants us to help him save the world. Where are we now? Whoa, this world is getting really trippy, dude. You can't go there.
Perhaps the world clock was so
going
impressed
backwards
with your
now. That's really
egg
freaky.
wearing
I'm
antics
just going
it
back
decided
straight,
to
not
return you to
backwards.
Plutonia
Go
for a
forward.
second attempt. I would strongly suggest you cut to the chase.
The chase, yes. The pursuit of tall and little Orpheus. I stood there with the resin fragment in one hand,
Oh, the
and the
dinosaurs.
blasting
We're going
cap
back
in the
into
other,
time
and
fragments.
then,
This is the Jurassic
just
era.
like that, a clock
down here.
began
Is it down
to
here the right way?
ring.
The world clock?
No, General, an alarm clock. My Slava alarm clock, in fact, given to me by Auntie Marsha.
The one who married the beef investigator.
The very same. And the moment I saw that clock, I knew what I had to
Going
do.
down here next? Or am I going the wrong direction now? Oh no, go the right way. Just trying to work out. This is a really weird... Oh, it's just down here. That's not bad, actually. Our third piece of the clock collected. I don't know what we're collecting hypothetically. It's just the clock is sending us hints or things to collect.
Yes, I'm waiting.
A bomb, General. A bomb to destroy a bomb.
So, you
a top
decided
bomb,
to build a
anti-bomb
bomb.
bomb.
A bomb to destroy little Orpheus.
It was a simple plan, really, General.
Yes, you are very fond of your simple plans.
Where are we now? Oh, we actually made it to the atomic bomb now.
It was the last time I was to see those poor enslaved men on my journey. As they scurried in agitation around the base of the rocket drill, now a dreadful weapon of war in the hands of a madman, I was reminded of my mother.
Your mother looked like a nymph? That is extremely disrespectful, comrade.
No, I meant I was raised by my mother from an early age, of course. My childhood memories of my father were all too brief.
You are rambling,
going.
comrade
Again and now
Privalov. Time
going.
is running out. Diani Rezinovi.
Time will run out for us all, General, will it not? And
We
it
have
ran
to
out for
stop
my
this,
father on the
thing from
shores of
happening.
Volga.
Your father fought at
They're all
Stalingrad?
good.
He did, General.
So did I.
Well, so you see, General. Perhaps we
You
are
say
just the
we're
same, you
time
and I.
wasting.
Perhaps we are all just Menkf in the end.
Oh, next phase is a clock. What's happening this time then? Where are we now? Oh, we're in the whale's mouth area.
What possible use in the construction of a bomb could be found in the belly of a giant whale? Were you perhaps planning on using a worm as a fuse?
That worm was so creepy, yeah. Well,
That would be
we thought I was a boss
ridiculous,
fight.
I would
Oh,
hate to
that
undermine you,
part.
otherwise
Gave me
entirely
glitch. I was on the
plausible.
platform, I slipped off. No.
That would be
That's fair
ridiculous, General.
I
now.
would hate to undermine your otherwise entirely plausible account.
You forget, General.
Let's
The
let's
belly
run
of
up
the
all
beast
these
was full of shipwrecks.
yeah, worms.
And on one of
basically, yeah.
them, I was bound to find what I was looking for. Fuse wire.
Comrade, yes, you'd forgotten all about the fuse until I reminded you, hadn't
Is unbecoming to a man of your
Oh,
rank
too
and
bad.
stature.
I said that one little jump that didn't fully go through. Okay, we're out there now. Trying to think of what we've not done. We've been to dinosaur, we've been to inside the whale, we've been in, well, 4 of the levels that we've previously gone to. Are we just going back to every single level we've been to in the past? Where? No.
The clock was now ticking, General. Literally. I was surrounded by time, immersed in it, floating along a river of it on a raft
here we
made
go.
of history.
Where is this device? Oh no, it's next part long areas, yeah.
The clock
I
was
jumped
now
too
ticking,
early.
General. Literally. I was surrounded by time, immersed in it, floating along a river of it on a raft made of history, seeking the next moment of opportunity to hurtle backwards
Historical
amongst
surf
those
mode.
lost worlds.
I am a patient man, Tavarish. I lost 3 toes in the winter outside Sharkovskaya in 42. A drunken dentist removed 2 frostbitten toes and 1 perfectly healthy one. You may therefore consider me a man blessed with an uncommon level of endurance for discomfort.
I just love
I
the general
hate
character and the
visiting
voice
the
actor they
dentist.
chose for general. It's
My
just so
Uncle
amazing.
Vanya was a dentist, and he was a deeply strange man, notwithstanding the love he felt for his pigs.
Is what?
I thought it was our next jump. Oh, you can't jump that high, I'm guessing. Yeah, fine, yeah. So the fall was too great, I'm guessing then. Do you jump? Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. We gotta jump down any second. All these cogs in this place, keeping time going. It's like a time volcano. There's the lava rising? Oh. It was lava rising, but I thought it was a platform then, not that was background scenery. Let's go. Let's try and not become time slime. Oh, shit. We're doing alright here so far. We finally made it to the clock tower. Or have we? We rode the doorsteps, guys.
And so to the ocean floor, and that strange submerged city, and those poor lost vessels.
Where are we now? Oh, we're
Shell case to
under
hold
water?
all
Oh
of
yeah,
my
we're in the submarine
scavenged
level.
ingredients, the last piece I needed to construct my bomb.
That tentacle
yes,
creature
I
that
have
we
been waiting
got
for
to
this.
earlier.
General?
Time, Ivan Ivanovich. Whilst you have rambled on and on about it, I have simply bided mine. I am a patient man, as I have said.
Yes, I don't feel I paid enough attention to the story about your
Where
toes.
is... Oh,
Do you
jump
have
across
specially
here.
made shoes?
Enough!
We made him angry now, boys.
Now I
Girls,
have
he's
your
angry
full
with us.
attention. Indulge me, Tavarish. Explain to me how you made this bomb.
General?
Your bomb, comrade, that you so brilliantly constructed to destroy little Orpheus. Tell me how you made it.
By the power of time. Ooh. Back to white flash screens are really bad. That hurt your eyes until they feel like I
Well,
couldn't play it at night time with white screen.
In detail. The type of detail that should present no problem to a man who is actually capable of building a bomb, which I suspect would be an entirely different man to one who cheated on his entrance exams for the cosmonaut program.
You cheated?
You are uncharacteristically silent, comrade. Cat, got your tongue?
If I may, General, perhaps just a minute or two to gather my thoughts?
There are precious few minutes left. We have reached our conclusion, I think.
We have reached the end of the story for you. It's all over.
Yes, we have, General. I gazed up at the world clock and knew I had arrived at my destination. Whatever lay inside would see my journey end one way or another. But I had no idea of the marvels that awaited me. And
The bomb, Ivan Ivanovich! Tell me how you built the bomb!
it was a wonderful sight. The world...
It is 2 minutes to midnight.
He's got a gun now, guys. Oh no.
It is time to end this story.
Okay. We are on to... Oh. The Pillar of the World.
Let us recap. 3 years ago, you were sent to the center of the Earth as part of a top-secret mission to ensure the delivery of little Orpheus, an atomic-powered capsule. You promptly vanished until you casually wandered up to Molyobka station 3 years later, claiming to have saved the world, but lost little Orpheus in the process. Is this correct?
Yes,
Correct.
General, it is, but...
You are charged with many crimes against the state, including desertion, lying to a superior officer, and sedition. Any one of these charges bears the punishment of execution by firing squad.
General,
This
you
is
must
a
be
3-year
reasonable.
trip then, okay.
I did my best. It's all true, I swear. I swear upon the lives of my family.
Oh, do you? Auntie Marcia and Uncle Vanya, the traveling tinker and the pig dentist, or perhaps Cousin Pavel, the criminal mastermind with the unhealthy taste for eggs. How stupid do you think I am, Comrade Devalov?
Not very?
Sudayu, it is all true.
Maybe your toy maker, or was it watchmaker, father, who apparently taught you all he knew, despite being killed when you were less than 5 years old.
I was a fast learner?
You have precisely 1 minute to convince me not to summon the guards, and have you shot on the spot.
A minute? A lifetime. It's all I need, General.
Let's get through this clock
I
section
was
then.
astounded. My father, I told you, I think I told you, he was a toy maker, and he often played with clockwork parts.
Tavarish.
But this made all those childhood wonders
This is how you
pale
made the
into
clockwork then.
insignificance. And
Oh,
it was
interact,
fortunate
yeah.
indeed that my uncle...
Vanya, the pig dentist?
No,
Like,
my other
as
uncle,
fast
my
as you can.
uncle, Sasha, had taken me mountaineering in the Urals during my childhood, for it was only by scaling
I see,
these
what jump
giant
for the
mechanical
central
mountains that I
part.
would reach
Time it
Little
or-
Orpheus.
Yes, I had been thinking that it seems awfully
guess we
convenient
try and go to
that
top
you
the
were
clock
such
then.
an accomplished climber. I don't, however, recall any mention of this Uncle Sasha in your file.
He was a very private
He was
man.
a very unlikely man.
That was Uncle Sasha's blessing and his curse.
Ooh. You jumped in it, go in my favour then? I made it, that's good. Yeah, we did it, go. Got through both those cogs then, right, any issues. Now let's keep going up. Don't know how far the clock will go up, but time is ticking. Puns intended. And now we go upwards on this rope. Okay, get it. Every level is just like the way it's different design from every level. Every level's got different design. And the way of characteristics is just such a fun way of playing this game. Okay. Oh! Well, that was poor timing. Okay. Does this one not go down? Okay, I'm gonna go down. So now we got to watch out for these pieces of rock, slabs going down. Okay, we're on top of this now. Oh, I think I was stuck that one. Okay, I get it.
Those great wheels and cogs clashed and boomed. The vast hands of all time crunching forever and ever around.
Ivan Ivanovich.
Pendulums and springs and great big wheels
Ivan
and
Ivanovich
tiny
is not
little
helpful.
wheels.
Tavarish Privalov, stop!
Though at least the Menk were not here, especially as they seemed to infest the world below the surface. Menkf, Menkf everywhere. Menkf, Menkf, Menkf. Many Menkf. A Menkf for plenty. A Menkf.
You're bambling. Comrade, enough.
Let's keep going. Oh, we're doing well here. Ah, okay, got to be careful this part. We got to run as quick as we can. And grab the rope. We're doing well here, guys. Let's see, jump through this cog. Wait for this part to push down for a second and jump through. How high does this clock go? Is that a pendulum? Okay, we gotta watch out for all these. Pendulum swinging back and forth on the actual clock. They're all good so far. Oh, now one of these again.
Where was Toll? Aha! High above, on the clock face, perhaps, with his radios and his crystals.
2,
If
3,
I could just reach him, I could
2,
use
1.
the bomb.
There
All
is
good.
the
All
bomb.
good so far.
You have no idea how to make a bomb. You have no idea about how to do anything one might actually expect of a cosmonaut.
The bomb?
Ivan Ivanovich!
I've had enough of your
Time
story.
is up.
Are we at top of the clock from the look of it?
Stop talking, Tavarish. You don't know what happens next. It is obvious. You've done very well. I applaud you for your efforts and your story. It is a wonderful tale, Comrade Privalov. I have enjoyed it immensely. But every story needs an ending. And it is clear yours does not have one.
It does,
Just
General.
need more time.
I think that even if I gave you all the time in the world, it would not be enough.
You do not believe us, General?
No, General. I can do this. That is, I remember what happens next. I just need to catch my breath and compose myself.
We both know how this story ends, comrade.
But little Orpheus, you haven't heard what happened.
We will find out soon enough. You will be executed, and another expedition will be sent.
No, you cannot. You
So we
cannot.
failed our mission,
We
like I
must
said, so
never
now
go
what
back.
to do
You
is
don't
quest next.
understand.
Well, so he
Make
leaves anyway.
me
He wants to send
then.
someone else to space for 3 years.
Make me understand. I am a kind man, although you may not believe this. I do not want to have you shot. So help me. Make me understand. Tell me what happened to little Orpheus.
What happened to little Orpheus and...
It was.
Ivan Ivanovich?
It was.
destroyed?
It was. No. I'm sorry, General. I'm sorry, I have no idea. You are right. I simply cannot think what happened next. It's just a blank, General. There's
We've
nothing
lost
there.
we've got a memory blank, guys.
I am very tired, you see.
Comrade, Rivanov. Ivan.
You're right. It's over, General. Perhaps you would be so kind as to write to my mother for me.
Of course I will.
You are a kind man, as you have said. And, General,
Yes, Ivan.
was it a good story?
Oh, yes. It was an excellent story.
Thank you, General. I am just sorry I couldn't give you an ending.
Unless...
General?
Quiet, Tovarish. I am thinking. Unless... I seem to remember that there were many problems with little Orpheus during production.
General?
Problems with the casing around the atomic battery.
Is it
Concerns.
faulty?
Concerns, General.
Yes, concerns. Unlikely though that might be. Yeah, it seems if I remember that it failed to secure properly. A sharp blow could spring the hatch and expose the fragile casing of the bomb to any would-be vandal.
I'm not sure I follow you.
A resourceful yet forgetful hero might, one would think, take advantage of that fact.
But how, General? Where would I find something to strike it with?
The son of a watchmaker would easily find something within a giant clock mechanism that resembled a hammer, surely.
A hammer? Why, yes, General. I do remember now. I grasped the hammer-shaped thingamabob.
Let's just agree it was a hammer.
Sledgehammer.
Yes, of course. Let's do that. I recovered my senses, shook my head,
You
and looked
struck
about
it with a sledgehammer to break
In my
it free.
distracted stupor, I had climbed further up the tower than I ever thought possible. In front of me was the clock face, and I gazed out through it at the sheer expanse of history. And I knew whatever happened next... happened next?
The hand of destiny had fallen upon your shoulder.
Yes! It had. And what an extraordinary hand it was.
Okay, now we have to. There's little Orpheus there. That man's become a god. His powers have reminded him. It's been crazy. One-armed, one-legged pirate or whatever he is. Not a pirate, I don't know actually is though. Where do you have to see the floor in this level? This is like all see-through crystal. Getting faster. No, I got stuck on a bit of glass. I couldn't jump. No, I didn't see that part there. That's it, now we're getting there. I assume we're trying to climb to the boss as high as we can. Oh. We'll make it. Almost made it, guys. Right, the top finally. Oh, there we go. Use a sledgehammer to break into an orifice.
And so, Tol was defeated. Little Orpheus destroyed. The bomb lost forever.
Not just that, General. In that moment, time sprung back to its proper shape, and I found myself once more in Plutonia, the start of my journey. But the wound in the interior sky was gone.
The world has been set free and everyone is happy now.
Gone. It was as if I had never been here. And they were nymph, free and happy, without the tyranny of toll, free to pursue their simple lives.
But we can never go back?
Never, General.
Oh, there he
Until
is.
one
Now he's been
metal
trapped by a
sphere,
T-Rex and
one
everything.
lone cosmonaut was nearly enough to destroy time and unleash the tyrant toll upon our world. Who would think an innocuous beeping radio housed in a ball of metal could change the world so dramatically?
Who indeed? But tell me, what of you? And what of your return to the surface?
How do we get
I
back
stayed
up?
amongst the Yenf for as long as I could. But I came to realize they had begun to worship me as a king. No, General.
God,
I am a good
you're a
socialist
god
and
astronaut
could not
now.
allow this workers' paradise to become corrupted. And so I left that wonderful land for the last time.
And then?
And then I walked. For 2 years I wandered, always looking for a way home, through lands and worlds almost beyond imagination. Until one day
All of this links
I
into one like
emerged, blinking into
vent.
sunlight, and realized I was home.
Until one day I emerged, just like that? You just found your way back to the surface?
Well, General, it was a little more complicated than that. There were great obstacles to overcome, and terrible challenges to face, and incredible lands to explore.
Enough, Ivan. Little Orpheus is lost forever. The interior is sealed. You have returned with a story of socialism, triumphing over incredible odds. It is, as I said, enough for one night. Enough for my report, at least.
General, if I may...
Comrade Ivan Ivanovich Privalov, you are found guilty of all charges brought against you and sentenced to execution
You're going to
by
die now
firing
for all
squad.
that treason.
However, having listened to your story, I believe you are quite mad. In other words, I find your madness guilty, not you. And we cannot execute madness. And indeed, there are lessons to be learned, even in the depths of this madness.
So you think
Perhaps
this is
the
like
Americans were right to
hospital?
send the chimp after all.
So, General...
Crazy
Out
house?
of my sight, Ivan. Go home. Enjoy a state pension as a madman. Just make sure I never see you again.
Yes, General. Of course, General. Anything you say. I shall be small and quiet and live a life without excitement and...
Out!
He's a generous man, this general. He'd let us go.
Until one day I just emerged. Very good, Tavarish. Very good indeed.
There's one more chapter looks like in this game. Let's see what the last chapter is. We have gone home to where our families are. Robo Dog? Astro Dog? What's the last one then? Oh, bonus episode. Okay, let's do this one as well then. We officially completed Little Orpheus. Now we're just going to do a bonus episode. Let's see what this bonus episode is about.
Who's the best space dog? Oh, где моя хорошая, хорошенькая моя, ты просто космическая. Eh? Who's the best hairy cosmonaut? It is indeed a lovely sunset, and it reminds me of the skies of Peru. I didn't? I never told you about the wonderful Sky City? Well, it was an extraordinary place, but one
The Sky
filled
City,
with
you've never seen it?
dangers. Well, it might have been simple for you to cross it, but you were in a space capsule. I had to rely on my own 2 feet, my noshki. feat which, I might add, had just crossed the interior, beaten the villain Toll, and helped inspire the Mienk to a workers' revolution. Oh, that's all very easy for you to say, but your idea of civilized behavior is licking your own bottom in public. No. My adventures above the clouds were filled with untold dangers, death-defying escapes, and some really quite extraordinarily large Bielaribica. And it happened like this.
What's his story then? Because now he's free. Let's see what his story's about then. The bonus mission in this game.
Weeks had passed since I left
Oh, we're in
Plutonia,
sky.
and
Sky
one evening,
clouds.
exhausted, I simply fell asleep at the foot of a strange windmill. And when I awoke, well, that thought didn't cross my mind. I was exhausted after all. This is besides the point, my nosy canine friend.
Well, this is pretty nice.
What
He's got a
matters
Sky
is
Village.
this.
Sky City, sorry.
When I awoke, the
Got a windmill,
and the
nice little
ground around it
pathing.
had been
What can
carried
go wrong around these
high
sort of
into
places?
the air. What magic was this? Что за магия?
The highest we can be in the sky. There's a hot air balloon here as well.
As unlikely, perhaps, as a suitcase-sized dog orbiting the center of the Earth for many years.
Let's go up. Oh, we got a... What?
Quite.
We're surfing on clouds? We're cloud surfing?
Quick as a flash,
Bad joke.
Kakmonia, my training leapt into play, and I began to paddle the strange contraption through the clouds in search of answers. It is entirely possible that a miller who owns a windmill capable of levitating high into the air may also own a flying machine.
This part defies all logic.
Oh, now
But this
you're
game has no
getting
logic anyway.
May I continue my recounting of how I sailed over the sky gardens towards the mystical city of Peru? Oh, I must, my moju shatidrug. I must.
Doggy sounds so interested. Okay, so we're over the other side now. We're flying without wings. This music at this level is quite good as well. It's a weird bonus level. Let's keep going further then. We're literally a flying astronaut. We don't need a vehicle to fly. We just go with the wind. You can swim through the air.
What powerful emanations! What mighty gusts! What an epic
The
schwall!
winds that can blow
They
anything up the
reminded
sky.
me of Cousin Pavel, yes!
How you guys
But
finding
whereas
this
his
playthrough then?
rearward
Real.
zephyrs
I know you
could
played the game, now
curdle
we're just doing a
milk and
bonus level.
tarnish the teaspoons,
What do you think of little
these
Orpheus?
magical wafts only serve to carry me aloft and onwards.
What's this then? Do we wind this clock up? Okay. Okay, let me wind this up. Did you do the full swing? Let's work out this puzzle then. What do we do with this clock? Oh, we just put it top, okay. That's what it was. Now we've got a gust of wind going upwards. So you get us going higher. Going higher and higher.
But something was afoot in the gardens of Perun. This horrid muck staining the surfaces and making my nose curl. Yes, it was positively Pavilion in scent. But it did not belong here. I think I once told you of Auntie Masha's passionate encounter in a cable car with the manganese entrepreneur from Chiatura. Now, Auntie Masha told me that there was a disagreeable stain and smell all around those factories and smelting works. Our industry is not without its dangers. Could it be that the once bucolic gardens of Perun were being corrupted by unchecked pollution? After all, science is a double-edged sword, my bristly confidant. Consider Zemikov. Of course. I apologize. Прошу
We
прощения.
offended the dog. We are a bad
Two-headed
person.
dogs is perhaps a rather insensitive analogy, but not without justification in this instance. I have seen the blemished lands around Norilsk, but I could not believe that I would find such pollution here. But this was nothing to the true horror of what was shortly to unfold.
What do we find next then? What's happening here? The world of windmills and fans and air. We're getting really close to the building. Well, it's a really unique city. Or like all those 3D fans in the background. Are we going downwards now? Do you want to go upwards or downwards? Guess we want to go downwards now then, in this area. Let's turn this clock downwards. What's this creature? It looks like us. It is us chasing
Terrible,
us out.
страшная machina, spewing its poison into the air, had created a monstrous thing. A being. A malignant spoiler of the noble and pure. And it had taken on the form of its prey. Well, of course.
This dark
I
creature's
was the
chasing us
prey.
down.
The citizens of Perun had clearly long since fled the evilly sentient smog, but I inadvertently wandered into its lair. Oh, I know.
We're going to dangerous territory,
Misfortune
guys.
seemed to dog me. Oh, sorry, I do apologize. To follow my every footstep. But no time to ponder, no time to
We'll
bemoan
keep
the
exploring
hand that
this
fate had
unique
dealt
city
me.
then.
No, all that was on my mind was escape, конечно.
Where we go now? We just keep going up
Yes,
and up.
it was most interesting. The
That's
windmill
even a
seemed
bigger
to be
fan
from
here.
an earlier age. Perhaps this was a devastating warning of the destructive power of unfettered industrialization. I most certainly had not forgotten about the
This
windmills.
is what pollution
I
causes.
did not get carried away. You are missing the point. Perhaps because you are only a small dog. Oh, a brilliant,
use-
brave,
they say that's
space-faring
misusing the
dog,
environment,
of
it's
course,
causing these
but
issues.
a small Savashka nonetheless. If you perhaps listened more and interrupted less, I am just getting to the explanation of the windmills.
We're just getting to the big important part. Let's keep going across these zones. Ooh, yep. Mine is like, what's it called? Those making actually you go into those places you can practice skydiving and stuff like you can an air turbine sort of thing.
My
Air tunnel, that's it.
stinking nemesis was back. But
We're getting
more
chased down by our
interesting
own
was the
self.
change in the city. The
Oh, I see. That part is timed. Okay, I get it.
My stinking nemesis was back. But more interesting was the change in the city. The
not
windmills
bad.
were
He's away
fading
from that little
out,
part.
clearly obsoleted, mothballed, relics. Instead, a sense of an obsession with power was apparent.
Okay, so that, the wind he walked
engines,
into
terrible
stopped us from
machines,
chasing us.
ever hungry and reliant on the rapid consumption of fuel, the production of toxic fumes and choking gases. Pride, my pushisti compadre, pride, ambitia, ambition, the
Wait,
dark
there for a
side
second,
of
but
science.
yeah, now we keep
Them
going on
has
a little
had too many.
adventure around here.
Don't be ridiculous, dog. Only a Durak with the intellectual capacity of a ringworm would think windmills are in any way harmful.
Where are we going now then? We're doing alright here so far, getting through this mystical city. Oh, there's the gate. I'm guessing that's the entrance we'll get to. Where's the device we need to get then? Is it through here? Oh, I see, you gotta climb up this part and then... What's over here then? I'm just curious. Oh, I know, you gotta move this backwards. Move this forward, I'm guessing. What are these hot air balloons everywhere? What a beautiful sight of a city. Oh, no. Oh, and it died there. That was a close one. That's it. And then we jump up here. Oh. It's not close enough, apparently. Get a bit more of a push to the platform. I finally made it up here then. Now I can actually turn that turbine around. Were we too slow then, were we? We've got to be quicker to respond. Just got to do it straight away. Come on, get it. Oh no, game! It doesn't react quick enough. Okay, a bit more nasty this time. We got away from this time. Time to get onto this hot air balloon.
Of
What a
course,
beautiful
you
city
never
from
had
the
much of a
distance.
chance to travel. Sarcasm doesn't suit you. You don't have the tail for it.
What, you learned how to speak dog now, have you?
You do at least have a tail. Mind you,
I like our main
gossip
protagonist, but
maintains
it's
that
quite funny,
so
but
did
also
Uncle
like
Rabliem.
it's
Although
an
it was
interesting
apparently
way
little
twist to
more
this little
than a
game.
stub, and a source of considerable discomfort and social anxiety for him.
Okay,
The
what's over
question
here
of whether
then?
or not Uncle Rabliem wagged his stub is very
We're
much
going
off
to more of the
topic.
origin of the
What I am
smog.
trying to say is that your upbringing on the streets of Moscow meant you never saw the blackened
We're in the
fields of
industrial state area where
Magnitogorsk.
things are worse
The
due to pollution.
sacrifices made by the valiant citizens of that industrial heartland as they drowned
going to
in
belly
their
the
own
beast.
plight, even as they powered the state forwards. I was reminded of Magnitogorsk as I wandered through those fields of pipes and foundries. And I
Yeah, all
wept
this
for
factory
the
causes
loss of
pollution is
innocence
literally
that so often goes
the
hand
idea
in
behind
hand
this
with
level then.
progress.
And mankind's their own worst enemy. The green smoke, the green wind now we got. Mamma mia. Rain? It was all lovely sunny a minute ago. Come back here, filthy human. Oh, we're limping a bit, so we're limping exactly where he is, so we can't run too far away from him. Currently injured, but run as fast as we can. Jump and grab the rope.
Indeed! I just evaded the slimy, oily grasp of that man-made Vadzinoy, his petroleum stink clogging my nostrils and making my head thump. And I felt a great stirring within me. Yes, much like, I assume, Cousin Pavel. May he never get loose again.
I love the story in this game, it's pretty good.
But no, quite different. This was no volcanic upbubbling of gastric malintent. No, it was the roaring fires of justice once more ignited within me. I felt a swell of patriotic fervor and knew the hand of destiny had fallen on me once more. Yes, what a hand it was! I could not see this great wonder sink into an abyss of poison and bile. The Perunians may have been forced to abandon their city, but I had saved the world once before, and was ready to answer the call again.
So you're trying to get rid of this toxic slime creature, make the city a cleaner place. You'll clean away the disaster that's been caused around here. Whoa. We're all good now. We got just through that wind turbine, well, gust of wind that got us across there. And now we're going to continue through the game a bit further now.
What strange metal Bielorybitsa, clearly designed
What is
to
that? It's like a
swim
fish.
through the
Mechanical fish.
I was amazed. And
That's really
there
weird.
was more. Beneath the fins, I
They, like,
spotted
meant to be
the
like
apertures of
submarines?
hoses, and was reminded
sort
of
of
the time
transport
Auntie
device in water?
Agrafina devised a contraption to water all of her copious algae beds simultaneously with one flush of the toilet by a system of pipes and valves that ran throughout her house. Можно так сказать, in a manner of speaking, yes.
I don't know how
Her
you understand
algae
dogs
were
in games.
most
That's what I
irrigated,
love to get
also
this
her
part.
neighbor
You talk to a
Victor
dog
was
and
washing
they
his
get barks
trousers
to you
in
an
the
answer
sink
and you understand the answer.
and was bruised quite severely about the face and body. But these were no ordinary flying metal fish. They were designed to expel air, fresh air, and push back the polluted clouds.
Oh, so this is meant to clean the world, and the technology never worked to clean the pollution out. What's this? Lever? This is what, oh, we got one fish left. Alright. Leave that on so we can go a bit higher now, guys. Now we can land
There is, of course, a
safely.
fine tradition of looking to nature to solve problems of a scientific or military persuasion. Yes, as you well know. My nephew, Sergei... Yes, the very same. Poor lad with his dermatological eruptions. Well, Sergei was stationed recently at Kazachya Bukhta.
Let's keep
where
going.
dolphins were being trained as brilliant aquatic agents of socialism.
And then we got to turn
Why
this
not then
switch
be
on now to
inspired
progress
by
further through this
marine
polluted
life?
world.
Why, there is a fish, I've heard, that can shoot jets of water from beneath the surface to knock its prey off little tiny twigs and into its
So
mouth.
currently, guys, we're actually onto the bonus level of
If
this
you were to
game.
tell the average mushroom sheriff that a dog would orbit the Earth, I suspect you would receive a similarly sneering response. that is because you are a
did
small,
that do
hairy hound
exactly?
of uncertain parentage. I, on the other hand, am a cosmonaut.
I'm curious what
The
I just
product
did.
of many months of training, and I realized the answer to pollution was here all along. The Peronians, tragically, had simply never had time to finish their fleet. If only
I
could
see. If I
find
turn
a
this on
working
now.
flying fish. If only.
So you'll turn the top one off.
Yes.
But you'll turn the
If
bottom one
only.
on, so we can go upwards now. Okay, that makes sense, that puzzle. Let's keep going higher. Oh, we need both on, do we? Okay, I get it. I made a little mistake. I thought that top one was blocking enough. No, it wasn't. We needed both on to do something. So let's keep going further. So that will bring us up here and then send us across this place. Oop, we made it, guys. So yeah, I'll give you an update for next week, guys. We're going to try and do a Spyro marathon next week. We're trying to complete one and two at the same time. So let's keep going higher now. So we're going up this place. Where's this going to take us then? How do we cure the pollution in this place?
It made perfect sense, of course. The
That
poisonous
green
to
slug,
hunt
and
us
it got
that
us.
engulfed
Ooh,
the
and
room
he
was
got
like a nasty cold.
demolished.
And you know what to do with a cold to rid yourself of it. You may not get colds, but nor can you operate pea-shelling machinery. So don't get ideas above your station. We humans, on the other hand, may produce up to 16 million perfectly unshelled peas in an
Oh,
average
that's a
shift.
permanent goo on.
But
So we've got
we
to turn it
are
off for good,
martyrs to
okay.
our sinuses.
I get it.
Clear then. Aha! These are remedies we Russians have been perfecting over the long centuries of harsh winters. Onions.
I'm guessing we want to just go straight over,
will
so we
clear
want to...
your head faster
which
than a
one we just
Bragviev
turned off
can
then?
clear a hypothetical minefield. Yes,
Oh, we just
if
want
I
to go
could
up and
find
do
a
without actually
functional
getting them
fish,
pushed back. I
I
get it.
would become that onion.
We're going above the clouds now, guys. We're ascending to where the gods belong. Jump number 1. Yeah, I do know some of the jumps you got to do last minute in this game, because if you jump too early, they're going to be sludged soon. Yeah, that's that one. And if I pull this now, we can go up this turbine then, into the exit zone. Whoa. We're going up this tube. Tubular, guys, it's tubular. Oh, that's a hard landing there, guys. That's gonna hurt. Oh, our friend's back.
I was close. I could feel it. Yes, yes, the working fish, the ribka. I could feel I was at the heart of Perun, and my noxious pursuer had renewed its chase with a terrible vigor.
So we've got to be quick for all these pollution, well, things that cause pollution. I was timed that one luckily, okay, that's good. Can we time this right? Okay, we're all good. Let's keep moving around and try and avoid our dark shadow ourselves. The smog that's trying to chase us down.
Not
We've
far
got a
now.
bit of distance,
I just had to
currently.
keep going, keep pushing. It's almost as if you knew, pal. Uncanny.
The dog understands us well. He knows exactly well. Where do we... Like, oh, okay. We somehow were limping for 5 seconds and then out of nowhere start sprinting. I guess we just run the injury off.
There she was. A beautiful sight. Her scales shimmering in the sunlight. Her
We found the
fins
fish we wanted to get
poised
to,
for
guys.
action.
That would
Her
help
onion
solve the
cannons
pollution issue.
primed for a great aerial conflict unseen in the annals of human endeavor. And you are just jealous it was a bigger flying machine than yours. No, Bilious pal.
Let's keep
it
going.
was time for science to fight back. Yes, my hairy compatriot. Ayachale, onwards to victory!
Do we have a vehicle mission, or we just fly into a place and then make sure just fly into places out? Let's see if I actually get to fly this thing. Oh, we do. Okay, we've got full of debris. It's first vehicle mission in the game. Or proper vehicle mission. This is the first time I've seen a flying fish. Oh, we can shoot projectiles? Oh. We shoot like little yellow pellets. Oh, we've got to deal with thunder as well. Let's get through this thunderstorm as well then. We're having all the weather now currently. Thunder. Whoa. Got laser cannons as well? This is an interesting weapon. We're trying to protect ourselves. Okay, what's the enemy's next attack? Just one this time. The gun is in control, guys. I gotta get shots in his mouth, okay, so it's slowing down. More rapid now. Oh. Yeah, I know. Don't know how much health we have, but is it one hit over? Give it round 2 then. Easy straight now. Oh, must have like 3 hits in us or something. The thunder strikes, okay, good. Ooh, nearly have me then. Finally get rid of this smoke then. We got to survive a few turns. Okay, it does that. dodge all this. Okay, that's got to get 5 shots in to get his mouth down a bit. I don't know, not yet. The next phase of his mouth opening. Let's have a look. The next phase must be like more crazy. No, I hit with a rock behind me. I thought I avoided it. Oh, it's annoying that part. I was doing so well. I picked a bit of rock. I'm gonna do it this time, guys. It's an easy boss fight. I just feel like I just move too quickly then. Oh, took unnecessary damage which didn't need to take. Ah, you're kidding me. I've got clipped again by a rock. Here we go, guys. Ready for this fight this time. Oh, lucky dodge. You open your mouth this time round. Then wave 1. Okay. I can do this, surely. I can do this. It's not even that, it's just a rock spray kick though. It's not an actual enemy. Phase 2 mouth-wise. If you want to get rid of pollution as well, so we can get another cleaner place again. That's what you wrong last time, really. No! I got caught because I couldn't really move anywhere. I was like, just direction. Looking there for a second, I just have to I'm just put my plug in. This is the run, guys. I made a few mistakes that little run there. But most of this game has been pretty easy. It's just this one little boss fight when they just chuck everything at you. It gets intensive how. I just want to keep all my health for the final phase, the actual boss, rather than make any mistakes. Oh, I took the rock there, I was alright though, I'm alright, still got 2 bits left in me. I have no idea what causes that. I know he's his kid, but I don't know where he sprayed it from. I guess it's his mouth or if I cannon or something. See, I've just got to destroy his insides. Oh, that was lucky miss. Oh. Okay, phase 1. You got him down. It has 2 more phases, or hopefully 2 phases. I don't know how many phases this one has. Phase 2. Then final phase. This is where I got a bit intense last time. So like, you had everything going on in one go. Got these boulders. Ooh, lucky. Oh, he's gone? He's wiping out, guys. Have he cleaned his world up?
It was a miracle. I found myself swooping through beautiful, clear skies. The strange interior.
We're a bit limping with the limp fish-wise, but we made it to the end. Maybe cleared the pollution out.
Cleared their little throats and
Or the
begin
sludge
their
creature.
wondrous gvalt. The wind gently humming on the fins. And then, all of a sudden, under it all... Well, you see, in my hurry, it didn't even occur to me to check how much fuel was carried in the strange craft.
These stories never ends well.
The
I was
engines
crash landing
choked
somewhere
and
else.
died. And suddenly we were plummeting downwards towards our doom.
We're going to die tonight. We saved the world at least. Twice.
I did not. A simple mistake that many have made. Why, my Aunt Agrafina met her untimely demise being late for a fungal sculpting seminar and making exactly the same error. Only, unfortunately, it left her stranded in sub-zero temperatures just outside Pravachitsinski. She wasn't found until 18 years after her own funeral, but was perfectly preserved. Remarkable, really. It is beside the point, yes. So, there I was.
So,
my
you sit guys with a man
fabulous
talking
ship
to his dog
had
about a
become
story in
terrible
that
prison.
ancient city.
I was hurtling to my
beat
almost
the boss.
certain death.
Audacious
My
it is.
triumph turned to tragedy. But then... well, you know what happened next. Even so, moi magnati drug, that is a story for another time. A most extraordinary story, of course, filled with dangers and wonders, and canals, and invasions, and strange doorways to other worlds. But perhaps too long a story for now.
That's another story for a day. No day,
Yes,
guys.
indeed, my canine tavarish. Time for soup. Auntie Agrafina's famous borscht. Coming?
So guys, that is the full game of Little Orpheus completed today. If you did enjoy the stream, give us a like and subscribe, and we'll be trying some more challenges with Little Orpheus down the line. But I'm going to take a little break now, but you guys have a good afternoon.